Can you share with the participants today what you exactly mean by work without jobs?
At the heart of both of those books is this broad principle and the big idea of work deconstruction as a critical foundation for increasing the agility of the organization to be able to respond to threats like the pandemic, to respond to opportunities presented by digitalization, et cetera. And as John and I were writing those two books, what we really wanted to do was to focus a book entirely on this notion of deconstruction as the heart of a new work operating system.
I was just wondering about the change management perspective of a company that wants to make this shift. Like, how does this practically occur?
I want to go back to something I was starting to talk about a second ago, these three models, right? So the fixed model, the flexible model a la Unilever, and then the third model is what we call the fully flow model. And this is where, for certain types of skills, think data scientists, digital talent, program managers, project managers, we need those skills across the enterprise. We need them in HR, we need them in marketing, we need them in customer analytics. And what we're seeing organizations who recognize this do well is they are organizing the talent in kind of a virtual cloud-based construct. And the talent is connecting to work. They might all be employees, but they're continuously connecting to work through projects and assignments and gigs with the algorithm matching their skills and interests to the particular demands of a project.
How is this being perceived by employers, and how is it really being pitched? Is it carved out of the job that they're already doing and they're given time for projects, or is it all supposed to be on the employee's discretionary time? Because I've heard both.
As companies mature in the cycle and the marketplace becomes more of a systemic way of getting work done, what you start to see are rules put in place, like that 10% rule I mentioned earlier. So if you are a manager, you might be told that, hey, you have to make 10% of your team's time available to take on projects in the marketplace.
I was just wondering, what's the difficulty level when it comes to the spectrum of different work environments when considering the marketplace or skill-based jobs? If anybody has any experience or any thoughts around those.
One of the examples out of necessity in the healthcare industry was deconstruction of work. And you saw it a lot when they looked at the skills that nurses have and the jobs that they're required to do. So nurses don't have to take blood pressure. They don't have to take temperatures, but they were used to be required to do that. Anybody with a little bit of training can do that. And so hospitals quickly learned how to deconstruct the work to get the most out of especially their nurses, without burning them out so much and putting a lot of the work onto other people. So that it was a necessity kind of experiment that worked. So, and there are other kind of companies that have used the breaking down of skills and building a skill database, I think is the key component to having an internal talent marketplace.
So this is an idea of the personalization of work. How can you customize the work that you want to do? And can you actually sign up in a database where you're actually picking and choosing and customizing what you want to participate based on, what your interests are, what your skills are. I mean, you may have skills that you actually don't want to use, right? Like the burnout skills, you don't enjoy them. You're good at it. You can totally do it. But that's not what you want to emphasize at this point in your career too, right? It's not that you don't have those technical skills, you just don't want to use them anymore. So it's like Netflix. Like tonight, I don't want to watch horror movies. I want to watch rom-coms, right? How do we personalize that?